sure you check out our new sponsor, the Health Blaze. All the information is in the description. Use the promo code above. Goodfellow One Boxing at 18% off of all their natural products, from deodorant, pomade, toothpaste, and much, much more. And they have additional discounts on their website as well. That's thehealthblaze.com. Starting December 20th. That promo code is good for 18% off. We go. All right, for young people out there, even other people that's hustling in the street, this should be a lesson learned. I promised one of my subs I was going to talk about this, and before he requested it, I was going to talk on it, man. And the rapper Tay-K, out of Arlington, Texas. He was actually born in Long Beach, California, Wikipedia say, and he's on trial for his life. But I really like, if you got a son and nephew, somebody that's of younger age, or a teenager or a young man that's in the street and doing wrong, and just listen to this story, man. And some just put me in the right place and the right time to hear what Dapper Dan had to say. And I already know people mad at him at Gucci. I feel y'all. But what he had to say today, everybody needed to hear that. What he said on L Cool J Rock the Bells radio on Sirius XM satellite radio. It's the best radio station of all time, in my opinion. But make sure you hit that subscribe button, bell icon button, share the videos, all right? Usually I keep videos like this short, but all right, long story short, he did a home invasion or something. A 21-year-old man was supposed to allegedly have some illegal things in his house, and they were supposed to be, robbing him, taking some money. Anytime you go somewhere and you remember, listen, and kids, anytime y'all go somewhere and y'all taking weapons or a knife or a gun, whatever the situation may be, nothing usually comes of good when you need a gun to go someplace and do something illegal. You may not go in there with the intent to hurt or harm anybody, but guess what? Sometimes some people might fight back, somebody might get anxious, jittery, and things happen. So they ran up in the guy's house. He just moved into the housing area. This is back in 2016. He didn't have nothing in there. So he got shot to the stomach and he passed away, right? He had 6 co-defendants, I believe. They all copped a deal, or they were proven, or they've been found guilty. All right, I'll link the article in the description. And he already, pled guilty to 2 charges, but, he's fighting a capital murder charge. And they should have a verdict tomorrow, or later on today, if you're on the East Coast. The jury is deliberating the charges. Now, what he is saying is that he was a small part in this little, this little case, and that he was only the lookout guy. All right, he something like that. He was only the lookout guy. He had nothing to do with the actual murder, but you're guilty by association. When you went in the house, that's just the way it is. And he didn't say I didn't know or nothing like that. And that's what he's trying to say. But it was a female witness was there and said that, he was joking about it. And one of his co-defendants who took a plea and started snitching, and she took the 20-year plea. She said, she showed the text messages. She had text messages, and basically one of the other female witnesses said code red, and they all was packing, trying to leave out of town, before it all fell down. And obviously they all was caught. And, this dude was supposed to be this gangster rapper. He had some really good music, man. It was really raw. And he had a song called The Race where, he was talking about doing something, crimes, but running, and police couldn't catch him and stuff of that nature. And at the time, he was around 16 years old. He's 19 now, and this happened back in 2016. He was around 16 years old when this stuff happened. And, they had him in the interrogation room, and they played the video in the interrogation room of him wiping his tears. He supposed to be this tough rapper kid. But, one thing that, and, they're deliberating on the capital murder charge that carries a life sentence for him. But one thing that Dapper Dan said today, man, he said a lot of them OGs tell you guys that, oh, I didn't snitch and I did my crime and I did the time. Don't do the crime if you can't do the time. But back in the day when that no snitching thing was supposed to be popularized and cool, when that was originated, A lot of those dudes wasn't facing life sentences. They was facing 5, 10, 15 years or a lot less. So they didn't have to snitch. They can do their time and still come home and live their life. But, you know, since they put the Rockefeller law in and RICO and all the conspiracy law in, now it's carrying life. Now you don't have to get caught with paraphernalia. So those very same guys that originated say don't snitch, they weren't facing life sentences like Dapper Dan said on L Cool J radio station Rock the Bell. They wasn't facing life sentences. They were facing a lot less time. And of course, they can do 10, 5 years compared to life. And they tell you don't snitch, don't snitch, don't snitch. Oh, don't do the crime if you can't do the time and blah, blah, blah. And that's the narrative. But guess what? Out of his 6 co-defendants, the majority of them copped the plea. One of the females told on the whole operation, gave text messages, called them out. So you sitting there being a tough guy. You sitting there being an honest guy. You sitting there trying to be real. No snitching. Snitches get stitches. And all of a sudden, everybody turned on you, copped the plea. They'll be coming home after 20. You facing life. You facing life. Not a day lower. You facing life. And everybody else after 20 years is going to come home. And if you get popped, you facing life. And they all done turned and told on you. When it boiled down and they say 20 to life, they say the lethal injection, they say the chair, the death penalty, people going to snitch to save their life. That's just what it is. All that, oh, you could do the time and blah, blah, blah. That's horse crap. You living by that false code that was made up by the streets when it wasn't no RICO law. It wasn't no racketeering or conspiracy laws. It wasn't carrying a life sentence. And then again, you tough, and now you sat there crying. He crying in there. He supposed to be this gangster rapper. Crying in the interrogation room. Crying in the courtroom. Sagging his pants on the courtroom. 16 years old, now he's 19. He threw his life away. What's cool about throwing your life away? What's cool about your co-defendants snitching on you, right? What's cool about your co-defendants snitching on you and you doing a hard time? What's cool about it? Really good rap talent. Threw his whole life away. Could have came off the 20 if he'd have told, but didn't tell. You think he gonna be remembered for being real in these streets? You think no, people accept snitches all the time. Alpo walking through New York, Jersey, Harlem, he get credited. Frank Lucas came home, he snitched. Nicky Barnes came home, he snitched. And nobody laid the finger on him. That's one of the biggest lies and facades out there. Snitches always get accepted. Bobby Smurder, look at him. Nobody talk about what Bobby Smurder did. He took years so his co-defendants can come home. They all come home at the same time. They were facing like 10 or 15 or something like that. He was facing 4 or 5. He took 2 additional or 3 additional years to 7 years. So his dudes, all his people can get their time cut down to 7 years. He took more time so all his boys can take time. Do they glorify that? Do they talk about him? No. Is he a legend in these streets? Are people uplifting him? Or people saying, oh, he a real one? No, they forgot about him. He did the right thing by the code. They forgot about him. But yet again, snitch 9 to come home. Snitch 9 to come home. And everything is cool. Oh, we celebrating him. Don't fall, young guys, don't fall into that trap. Don't do it at all. But don't fall for the big whoopty blam. Don't snitch. Because when it boils down to it, everybody's snitching. Just don't do it and put yourself in a position. And look at this dude. Amazing talent. Millions in front of him. Threw it all away. And it's people, the very same people, that's going to be the reason he probably get life. Because they told on him. They come home, he won't. But when they get a verdict, we'll tap in some more on it. Appreciate everybody for checking in. Goodfellas Sports TV. Don't forget me on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter. Reach out to the email. If you got a business question, inquiry, sponsorship, video request, keep sharing the videos. Appreciate the love, support. Don't forget to check our sponsors out, The Health Blaze, thehealthblaze.com. Promo code Goodfellow1Boxing. Get you 18% off the 100% all natural products, candles, lotions, soaps, foot soaps, bath bombs, much more. 100% all natural products. One-time